A very warm greetings to the year 12s of Nathamwa High School again. In this week, we are going to be looking at worksheet 7. So let's have a brief discussion on worksheet 7. Worksheet 7 is based on graphs, and the substrand is graphs of a circle. The graphs of a circle is said to be one of the easiest graphs that we can find in year 12 mathematics, right? It does contain some marks in your external examination, so it is still an important graph. Okay, the important thing here is that students should be able to understand the concept of sketching graphs of a circle. So by the end of this lesson, you should be in a position of knowing how to sketch a graph. Now this one here, this is a general equation of a circle. This general equation is for a circle which starts at the origin 0, 0. And this r value here is the radius of the circle. Now, when we look at the equation of a circle, you should be in a position to, just by looking at the equation, you should know what kind of graph it is going to be, right? This is the equation of a circle because x is having a power of 2, y is also having a power of 2. In all other types of graphs that we have learned this year, in none of them y had any power. This is the only equation where y has a power of 2. So if you see y is having a power of 2, x is also having a power of 2, straight away you should know that it is the graph of a circle that it is talking about. The r value is normally written as a number. So if in place of r squared we have a 16, right? In place of r squared, if I had a 16, the radius would be the square root of that number, or basically what number squared gives me 16. Okay, when we deal with numbers, the numbers are always in the evaluated form. Okay, instead of writing a 4 squared, your examiner will always put up a 16. In place of a 3 squared, you will find a 9. Okay, so the number after the equal sign is not necessarily your r value. You will have to find the square root of that particular number in order to find your radius of the circle. Now moving on ahead, the equation makes a circle as long as the exponents on on x and y are both 2 and the coefficients on x and y are both same, usually 1. Now this is also an important part for the equation of a circle. The coefficients for both x and y has to be 1. Okay, if they are not same, then the graph wouldn't be a circle. The general equation of a circle with radius r and center AB. Now we are looking at a circle which is not at center 0, 0. It is at center AB. Now this kind of equation, this kind of circles has this kind of equation: x minus a squared plus y minus b squared. So what has happened from the original equation to this new transformed equation? We have an additional a, we have an additional b. Keep in mind they are inside the bracket, so they are also being raised to the power of 2. Okay, this is the movement of a circle. Okay, as we have been doing previously, a number associated with x, we always change the sign. So if it is a minus 2, x minus 2, the movement is 2 units in the positive direction. Okay, 2 units right. Okay, so if it is a positive a, we go left. For the y movement, the vertical movement, a negative b will mean up. This is the only time where the number associated with the y also follows similar to movement in the x, opposite in nature. So negative b means up, positive b means down. Okay, let's move ahead. Now this is the graph of a circle, how a circle will look like. This one here is a transformed circle. Our original circle is at center 0, 0. Now this one is moving a unit's right, So we have a radius, we have a center x value a, and b units, negative b means b units up. So b units up. This is where our new center is. And then the radius of r. So with that center, we just need to measure the radius of r and just draw a circle. Okay, let's have a look at the examples. Examples should enhance your understanding. The first example, it is the sketching of a normal circle. This is an untransformed circle. Sketch the graph of x squared plus y squared equals 16. Both powers are 2, both coefficients are 1. Therefore, this is the equation of a circle. Now, I have a 16 after the equal sign. This 16 is not the radius, but it is r squared equals 16. Normally, we have x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So, r squared is 16. In order to find your r value, we just do the square root both sides. So doing the square root, radius is equals to 4, right? What we do when we are drawing a circle, the center is at the origin because there is no transformation. Origin is the center. So using your compass, you just draw a circle with a radius of 4. It should cross 4 on all the sides of the Cartesian plane. And that's done with the circle. Let's have a look at example 2. Example 2 should be a more worthy example. Looking at example 2, well, it is a similar one this time. It says write the equation of the graph. The center is at 0, 0. So if the center is at 0, 0, there is no numbers associated with x and y. Okay, we need to find the r squared value. R, radius of this circle, is 5 units. So 5 squared is 25. The equation becomes x squared plus y squared equals 25. Moving ahead, now this is the one I was talking about, example 3. Sketching this graph, sketch the graph of x minus 3 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals 25. These are your movements in the graph. Negative 3 means 3 units to the right. Plus 1 with the y means 1 unit down. So first thing we need to identify from here is the center of the circle. The new center of the circle, number with the x, change the sign, 3. Number with the y, change the sign, minus 1. So the new center of the circle is 3, negative 1. This number here at the back, we square root it to find the r value. The number is 25. So what is root of 25? 5. Where our radius is r is equals to 5. And then we just go ahead to plot our graph. For the graph, we need to plot the center first. So 1, 2, 3 and negative 1 on the y. That is our center. Now how to draw the graph? The radius of this circle is 5 units. So put your compass needle point here. Measure 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where the pencil end is. Right? Compass point on 0, needle point. Pencil point on 5. Measure that only. We are not drawing yet. With the same radius, move your compass needle on our new center of 3, negative 1. And then just draw the circle. And we are done with the circle. Next is the exercise questions. After having a discussion of these examples, I am pretty sure that you are in a good position of answering those exercise questions. Thank you everyone. I will see you in the next worksheet.